Okay. So I'm John Heidgerds. This is my wife, Anne Marie.
Hello.
I've been coming to Koinonia for 36 years. So I started out as a 16-year-old camper with my congregation, Redeemer in the Bronx. And over that time, I've had many experiences that I could share, but I know that there's only so much film in the camera. So I know there's no film in the camera. But, the one that comes to mind as that really marks our experience here is one that involved my son Davin. He was about 2 or 3 years old, and he was a pretty rambunctious little kid. And he'd kind of run all over the place. And one of the nice things about Koinonia was you really don't have to worry about that as you would normally in a church service. So one Sunday morning in the church service, this is when Pastor Christopher was here. He had trouble with the sermon for some reason. He was confessing to us that he didn't really have anything to preach on and just didn't feel adequate to preach that day, which was kind of strange. True. And then Davin somehow kind of wiggled out of where we were sitting up to the front. He was sitting in the front, just kind of watching this intently. And he got up and said to Pastor Chris, I said, Pastor Chris, love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And Pastor Chris picked Davin up and held him up, and then went on with a great sermon. After the little brother preached.
Wow.
The pastor picked up on that. So that was a really wonderful time. And to this day, Davin is very much associated with the life of Koinonia. He's been on summer staff here, and now is at school and college. So it gives you an example of how Koinonia has participated in the formation of our lives as a family.
Yes.
And I know that others share similar stories about Koinonia being part of how they've grown together as a family. What about you, dear?
So that is a highlight for me too. I mean, my kids were very young when they came here, and they've grown up around here, and it's been a big part of their life. So yes, I agree.
I can give you one other example of what it's like here in Koinonia. I mean, Koinonia means community, and it's kind of the deep Christian community that came about in the early church just after Pentecost. That's where the word first appears in the Bible in terms of describing the type of community. And I was up here on an Advent retreat once, and just by myself. I think I had board business. I was on the board at the time. And I remember we were having some family troubles at the time. Not between us,
no.
but
with our son.
Not between us. Just child raising problems. Look back, it's not all that big a deal. But it was a pretty stressful time at that moment. And I was sitting by myself in the Agape room, and Ellie Sudbrod came up to me, and she somehow had a sixth sense that there was something wrong.
Sure.
And she sat down and talked to me about it, and it was. I felt like I was able to, kind of unload some things and share some things with her that were rather intimate and private to me. But she made it very, very easy, and to this day we have a wonderful, wonderful friendship as a result of that. So that's another example of Koinonia where God's people take care of each other.
Yeah, coming to Koinonia is like coming home. Doesn't matter who you're here with. Mm-hmm. You're always felt welcome.
I get any chance I get to come, I try to come. Good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep.